Now, whether you've done some music production in the past, such as myself, or maybe you're completely new to music and you just want to figure out how to use AI to create your own music, well, now these days with AI tools such as Suno, which you see on my screen here, you can actually do this. This becomes a reality. And so in this video, I'm going to share how to create a nice Moody track for yourself by doing a bit of prompting on some LLMs as well as some investigating. And then from there, you'll be able to create songs that you really love listening to and make a version of your own through AI. Now, if you like shortcuts like this that help you be more productive and creative with AI, make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like, and let's just jump straight into it. So as you see here, this is Suno. I won't go into the details of how to navigate it or how to get started because I do have another long video on how to do this, a tutorial on Suno. So check out the annotations here or wait until the end of the video where I'll link it. But if you go into create, you'll come to this little screen here and then simple mode and custom mode. Simple mode is pretty straightforward. You just type in a description of a song and it'll more or less do its job. Custom mode is where you can really dive into putting some lyrics, some styles, and even some advanced options in terms of the vocal, what kind of vocal gender you want to choose, how stylistically close you want it to be to a style that you're going to input, and so on. Now, right now I am using version 5, which is the latest version. This is because I am on a paid plan. However, if you are using just free version, most likely you're just going to be stuck with version 3.5. So just take that in mind, and the output is going to vary. I do notice version 3.5 is sufficient enough, but I do like the outputs of version 5 significantly better. And for the purpose of this video, because I love listening to R&B, we'll create an R&B track. So what we can do here is go to ChatGPT or any LLM that you prefer. And I created a prompt earlier just to save some time, and I'll paste that prompt in. And just to explain what the prompt does, role award-winning songwriter with deep knowledge of different genres and emotional resonance and commercial appeal as well. Because of course you do want perhaps your song to have some commercial appeal, so for people to pick it up and listen to it. And then the instructions are, I broke this down into 2 parts. Number 1, give a diverse list of compelling, fresh, emotionally resonant themes to write and for this I'll write Moody R&B. So to write a Moody R&B song. And then include a mix classical and unconventional ideas as well. And then number 2, give some song structure variations that most songs from Moody R&B songs tend to have. So this is the ideation phase that we're at. So if I press enter, we'll wait for the list to come out. And this is all about getting some ideas on what kind of songs you can create, because at the end of the day, of course, you can just type in anything on Suno, but if you want to go a specific direction, it's good to know what direction you're moving forward first. And so here it gives a bunch of different themes for Moody R&B songs, healing from betrayal, nostalgia for a past version of yourself, and then also the second point of my instructions, which is common song structures. So it'll tell us verse 1, pre-chorus 1, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, and so on. So these are the song structures that you need to keep note of when it comes down to putting your lyrics. So let's say out of this, I want to do something like the ache of almost love. We'll just pick the number 1 here. So this is why I wanted to share the prompt that I created earlier, because this is a great way to get started on ideating different themes for your track. So you're actually creating something you truly want. I'll save this for later. Let me put this into another doc somewhere. And then what we'll do here is then think about what kind of track. Now we want to describe the type of track that we want to create. Now, if you have a specific track in mind, it's always great and you can just kind of write that down. But most people don't really know how to describe a song. They know that it's great or it sounds good or it's moody, but the styles here is how you're going to really create a unique track versus something that's typically heard anywhere. There are different ways to approach this, but my recommendation for this is go onto Spotify or go into YouTube Music, wherever you like to listen to your music, and then find a track that you really like to listen to, and then we'll do some investigating. So this is the stage of what I call investigating. So here I'll go into a R&B radio Moody playlist that I found on YouTube Music. And there are a bunch of tracks that you can listen to. So I really like Do For Love by Sunoai. This is a beautiful track that I love listening to. So let's use that as sort of our base foundation. I'm going to just copy the name just in case I spell it right, and then Do For Love. And then going back to your chat, what I can do here is just paste this over, and then I'll paste over a shorter prompt that I created earlier. And it says, you are an expert music reviewer that knows how to describe a song, its melody, tempo, instrumentation, and beat quite well. Please describe the song, and then now I can put in Do For Love by Sunoai. And so this is where you would put in the artist and the track. And if you press enter, now you should be able to get some context around this song. So you see here, the tempo is about 770 BPM, so beats per minute. And then it's going to also give you what it is. It's in F sharp minor. So this is quite interesting information to know. It has a melancholy, slightly somber tonality. And then the instrumentation is sparse and atmospheric. I love the way that the AI is actually describing the song. And then from emotional atmosphere, the mood is haunting, wistful, and yearning. So these are types of keywords that can come to mind that you can leverage when putting into your prompt. And so of course, this is going to be way too long to just sort of insert into your styles prompt. So what I'll do is, let's say descriptions based on keywords for this song. Capturing emotional atmosphere, instrumentation, and tempo. Create a description perfect for a prompt on Suno. Right, so I'll just write that down and then boom. So the prompt ready description would be a moody, slow tempo R&B cover with a haunting, intimate atmosphere, sparse instrumentation built on soft electric piano, and your vocals are jazzy, breathy. And of course, you can also modify this. Let's say if I were to modify this prompt a little bit, so I can say, make sure to include the tempo, beats per minute. What else did it include here? I can also see, and so if I press end, if I configure that prompt, now it'll give me a reconfigured prompt that is a bit shorter and gives the key summaries of what was described in this. So now you have a beautiful shortened description for your prompt. Another way you can go about doing this is you can go into Google and go into AI mode. And you can also just simply type in describe the song Do For Love by Sunoai. And if I press enter, because this is Google AI mode, and I've created a video about this, so check it out in the annotations. Here you'll also get some descriptions, which is pulling from multiple different websites on Google. Type this back in and describe the song style. And then now it'll give a neo-soul cover with a jazz-infused minimalist arrangement. So I really like that description. And so what I could do here is I could then copy this, bring this back over into the original chat I had, paste this over, and then make a prompt. Combine this style description of the song with the prompt description you made earlier. And then let's press enter, and it's going to combine Google AI mode's description of the song style with this prompt style description, and then create something a little bit more fleshed out. So neo soul reinterpretation of Bobby Caldwell's classic. This sets you up to having a prompt for Suno that can create the layered beat. If I were to copy this and then put this into Suno, the style. My recommendation here, though, would be try not to overstuff, because then it can leave this to be a bit confused. So what I could do is narrow down the prompt, this combined prompt, to be a total of, let's call it 280 characters long. Maybe 200, maybe 300 characters long, just to be safe. So now this is a condensed version of it, and now you've gotten a moody neo soul ballad, and it's gone everything here. So I can copy this, and I can then put this here. If you want to try putting it with the longer prompt, go ahead. My experience has been with very long prompts, it doesn't always do the job because there's just too much information for the AI to contextually get. So I find keeping it simple within a 280 to 300 character range does help. And so now I have the style set up. And now if we want to go into lyrics, this is where we'll reference the theme that we chose earlier. So the theme we chose earlier was the ache of almost love. So the ache of almost love, right? And then the story angle, I can kind of split this up. Now, you don't want to press enter here immediately. If you want to choose a song structure of a classic R&B ballad form, that's fine. But let's reference back the song, the Do For Love by Suno AI. I really like that song and I want to create a similar structure to that song. So what you could do here is go to a website called genius.com, which is great for looking at lyrics. And I could just type in Do For Love and find this track. If I find the track, you'll see the lyrics here. And genius.com actually tells you, okay, there's a verse 1, a verse 2, a pre-chorus, and a chorus, and a verse 3. So it actually doesn't follow the typical R&B ballad structure, which is interesting. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone through the song structure of the song that I like, what I'm using as an inspiration, so Do For Love by Suno AI. And I'm doing is I'm going to pull the song structure here. All right, so verse 1, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 3, and chorus. And then the story angle is two people circling each other emotionally, and emotional core is desire, hesitation, lingering, tension. And so the song structure, so theme, song theme, write lyrics for a moody R&B neo soul track. And then if I press enter, now AI will do its job to create the lyrics for this track based off of the structure that I've done. And so now I can get this, copy this, go into the lyrics, paste this over. You see lyrics are now there. And at that point, what I can do is I can go into advanced options and I can choose whether this is a male or female. So in this case, let's try true female. I'll keep the weirdness and style influence the same. And we'll call this song Ache. And at that point, now you've gotten your song ready, and all you have to do is press create. So there you have it. That was creating a nice moody R&B track with Suno. Hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you are completely new to Suno and you want to learn how to get started with using it, check out the next video and make sure to subscribe to this channel to get your shortcut into using AI for creativity and productivity.
We talk in shadows, never in the light. Every word feels borrowed, slipping out of sight. Your eyes say something that your hands won't show. Caught in the space where the feeling grows. We move in circles, tracing the same lines. Touch without touching, love we never define. I taste the promise